All right, we have a home invasion horror film. Any
Um,
title names?
how about Get In? What's going on, movie fans? Welcome back to J-Buck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness. And you know, it's the weekend, it's Friday, Netflix throws a bunch of new stuff on their platform, and I sifted through all of that stuff, and I guess I decided on the French film, Get In. When he returns from vacation and finds that his home is occupied by squatters, a family man is caught in a conflict that escalates to terrifying heights. So is this French Netflix film a must-see? Let's find out. But before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Get In if you watched this film or very much now looking forward to this film. Now let's get into some of the good. So first things first, coming from Netflix and with the name Get In, I'm sure everyone else did, they thought that this was a complete ripoff of Get Out. Instead of getting out, they're getting in. And it has a hint of that. I'll say that it has a hint of it, but the main point of the story is this family goes on vacation, they let their friends or people that they think they know stay in their home, but then they come in and essentially those people take over their home, and then this family has to try to get back into their home. So that's kind of the main setup of the story, and you think that that's going to be the main crux or problem of the story, and it is, but it very much dives into the relationship of our two main characters, Paul and Chloe, and how this hardship in life, obviously not getting into their home, living in an RV, very much brings up these personal problems, things that have been kind of brushed under the rug and that they're dealing with, and you realize that the relationship is just not going well for them. There was something that happened in the past, and I think that they did a great job of really kind of conveying that, slowly almost peeling those layers off of the onion and revealing what the main problem between these two people are in their relationship. Chloe, she is, I wouldn't say sidelined, but she doesn't get as much point of view or screen time as Paul. Paul is sort of the main character because a lot of this story does focus on him. They do well together, their chemistry is great, but I think Paul is probably the standout because he does such a great job of portraying this kind of weak, feeble, fragile, kind of helpless man throughout this story. Not only with him dealing with the laws, trying to get back into the house, but him in the relationship and him in other facets of life. He's a teacher and he very much is almost getting walked on. He very much has a conflict inside, dealing with his marriage, but also they do a great job of really kind of bringing in this identity angle for the Paul character. He is black, he is half, I guess they call him an Oreo because he's black on the outside, white on the inside, and he very much throughout this story has an identity problem. Do I go with what the society norms are? Let the law play out how I'm going to get my house back and kind of do what people think I'm supposed to do. But then he also has this conflict, like I said, of him, should I use force? Should I essentially be the person I want to be? Should I be the tiger let out of that cage and very much kind of let my ferocity out on the world? And they run into a side character that Chloe knows from the past that is very much kind of manipulating Paul into this conflict. What should I do? And I really like that kind of portion or that aspect that they put on the character. And aside from that, I thought that there were some great shots. It was a well shot film, but I think that there were so many different genre changes almost, if that makes sense. Like, it starts off as this family vacation, then they realize that these people are in their house, and it almost turns into like a procedural crime or law procedural, going and trying to figure out things from judges. Then it turns into almost this identity crisis, like this man having a midlife crisis and going off and partying and trying to figure out who himself is, and then it turns into almost a home invasion horror film. That's kind of the main genre, or how it ends. That's how the movie ends, is in this home invasion horror type movie. And I think that it was just too confusing with all of these different mishmashes of the movie. I mean, it's a clear through line, but it does switch genre quite a bit. And one last thing, I think that this movie, the director, filmmakers, Get In, everyone involved, I think that it was too much unnecessary amounts of sex in this film. Nudity that felt out of place. There was a very unsexy assault scene, and there was this scene in the bathroom where it's very trippy and a girl with vampire fangs and titties out and everything like that. Even the credits, there's sex during the credits. Like, it just felt very out of place Believe me, I love me some nudity on the screen, but this felt very unnecessary and unsexy at times. Overall, Get In is a Netflix home invasion horror film that does have a little bit more going for it, but centrally, that's what it is. With it featuring these great actors and actresses with great chemistry, really playing out their characters and portraying that kind of fractured marriage on screen, but with it kind of changing genres a bit too much for my liking and some unnecessary sexiness for the big screen. I'm right on the edge if you should watch this or skip out on it. If you want a horror film that's a quick watch that has some nice elements, go for it. Unnecessary sexiness or too much sex, skip out on it. In closing, I'm going to give Get In 2.5 out of 5. This is my house. So what did you guys think of Get In? If you've already seen this film, now looking forward to it, or very much sticking away from that unnecessary sexiness in the film, I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there or right over there. You know, brand new content every single week here on the J-Buck Studios channel. This coming week, a podcast, Movies and Nonsense, and then J-Buck Live and some other fun stuff. But then I did The Ring ending explained poorly. Check that out over there. Follow all of my social media, like this video, subscribe to the J-Buck Studios channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.